Hello?
Hello.
You alright?
I'm good, you?
You commentating as well, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Have you got the stream going?
Yeah, I've just started it, yeah.
Alright, is my voice there, yeah?
Yeah.
Decent. Do you have do you know how everyone's doing in the championship then?
Not really. I did one race last week.
Yeah,
and
right, I'll try and get some stats up then.
Right. Hi Ash, just confirm you can hear us both. Got some.
So, Ash Best is leading.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid in the first two races from what I've watched.
Yeah. Done a bit of practice with him, he's joined a few last sessions and he's been very good to be fair. You can do an intro if you want, whenever you want. Alright, Bobby.
Okay, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the PSGL F3 Championship here in Russia. I'm your commentator for this evening, standing commentator again, JP, as you guys all know me. Not sure what's happened to Louis, don't know what's happened to him, so yeah, I've got a co-commentator alongside me, Greeny, this evening. Hi Greeny.
Alright, yeah, I think Louis is just a bit busy this evening from being in the pie with him earlier, so that's a shame. He's a good commentator, as he commentated alongside Big C a few times last season for the F1. Did a very good job.
Yeah, yeah, he's one of my favourites as well. Just hope I can do him some justice this evening, and hope you guys enjoy it as well.
So I think.
Go on.
So we've got a lot of cars coming out on track then.
Yeah.
Ash Best first on the track. So the championship leader with a third and a first position in the first two races. Last time out he won in in China. So and from practice it seems like he is the one to look out for in the McLaren.
Yeah. As you may have noticed last week, I was slightly biased towards my former F6 teammate Frank Dank, who should be in the right car this week. He was in the Ferrari last week for some reason, but he's actually a Toro Rosso driver. Awesome battle last week in China between him and Ash Best for first and second, so I'm looking forward to seeing him again. Obviously, difference from last week to this week is the new spectator options, which I'm going to get used to in a minute. So,
yeah, there's a menu to mess about with.
Yeah, so
it's very good, isn't it?
It is. I'm just kind of trying to learn it out because you're pressing L2 and R2, which flicks through the drivers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I've just noticed that. Yeah, I couldn't really tell who they were, but yeah, I've just literally just noticed it now. I haven't used spectators bit yet.
His lap, for some reason going all the way to the right, so a good first sector. You're looking for about a 0.2, I'd say. So he's pushing it there for turn one. So. But it's interesting to see that this year the pace difference between the top leagues and the leagues like F3, it's very closely matched, and it's allowed for people to come up and down, like your former teammate Frank. You know, he's come up from F6 and he's already battling for a race win, so it's an interesting aspect to the game. usually you'd expect a massive difference by now, but even former performers have shown that it's a very tightly congested grid, and those that are in the slower cars are going to struggle to score the points.
Yeah, definitely. So one other change from last week is Shortbread, as despite his interview, after the race last week, saying he was quite happy to be in F3, he's jumped to F1 again. So yeah, that's only one difference I know of. But yeah, we were looking forward to a great race here today.
Yeah.
So obviously other people.
It's a good
yeah,
one. 33.8.
But other people I reckon to look out for be Yarham, if I pronounce that right, and Pedric. He was unlucky last week.
Yep. Had some good pace last season in F2, but from the social race on Friday, especially in the race, I noticed that AMS had a lot of pace. So
yes,
just missed out on the championship last year, but this year, not the best start to his season. He's already 20 points off Ash Best, but a retirement and a podium finish, puts him within 10 points of Ash Best, and he's a very consistent driver. He's very well rounded in all sides of his game.
Well, unfortunately, we've had a retirement already of Sao Paulo. Didn't see what happened to him. Hasn't even set a time, so that's very unfortunate.
Yeah,
he's going to be starting at the back of the grid. So
AMS popped himself into second.
Yeah, see that. Yeah.
Ash Best though, 6 tenths ahead of everybody else. I'm pretty sure that he's taken pole position in the opening 2 races.
Yes.
So quality pace is there. Race pace maybe just lacking a little bit, but he won last time out on merit, and he's putting a decent amount of practice from what I've seen. So I'd expect him to at least be battling for the podium, if not to be favourite for the race win.
So one of the other people I reckon to work out for is Rossi, who's currently in 3rd place. Tried a two-stop strategy last week compared to most people on the 1-stop. So we are maybe trying to look to do something different compared to the rest of them, but we shall see.
Yeah, I've noticed that the 1-stop is usually faster on this game as long as you can get your tyres to the end, but around here there's going to be no problems with getting to the end. I expect to see people on the ultra soft and the supers really.
Yeah.
The softs are a very bad tyre around here. They're not needed.
Okay, unfortunately, well, one thing that could be a factor in this race is the weather, which unfortunately we don't know what it is in a minute. But a couple of races already. Sorry?
Rain would be interesting.
A couple of races already where it's been raining, so that's spiced things up a little bit. So yeah, that would certainly make things interesting. So I'm kind of on board with Ashley Bacho, who hasn't set. Oh, he hasn't set a time. Sorry, yeah, he's in 9th place. So I'm just I haven't been changing camera very often because just getting used to it all. But he's only one out on track at the minute. Is Ashley Bacho. And Dougie
Dougie, yeah.
In the Haas.
Although he's getting a lot of oversteer. I think he's trying to warm up his tyres.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
He's going for the
super
the
softs.
One run on the super softs. So he's going to have to make it a good one. Putting himself under pressure, I would have personally wanted to put in even an invalidated lap on the ultras or something to get a delta to work towards.
Yeah, get a feel for the track.
Very aggressive through turn 1.
He's ditched it already for whatever reason.
But he fuel them to go around.
Yeah, he's got enough time to go around. Another factor in the race will be the penalties, and it's probably going to be an idea of who's going to get the least amount of penalties, or it could be the race decider. I was watching it.
Could be any more than 10 seconds.
Yeah, I was watching FP on Tuesday, and there was experienced drivers in that race like Oogie and Gamer racking up 15 seconds worth of penalties. So yeah, it'd be interesting.
Very, very tough. It's especially tough in the first sector. You have to be extremely precise. Most of these, I presume, run the racing line, so I'll offer to them. So that should help them slightly. But there's a lot of you need to really attack the circuit. And I don't know why AMS is missing out the because, well, he's missing out a few corners, but that could get him invalidated lap for the next lap as well. With how this game system works. Ashbeck's still not on track yet, so he can be leaving it right till the end.
So Dougie do decide to pit. Still hasn't set a time yet, and maybe he's changed his mind and going to go onto the ultras.
I doubt he'll get time really. He wants to be setting off within, 2 minutes and 10 left, and you're going to have to push it around from there. And,
touch and go,
AMS
innit?
Straight back into the pits. That's all for that. Ashbeck come out onto the podium. He did a 150, so I presume he's putting it on his lap. Quite a good driver last season. I expect people like Pedrick to improve into low 34s.
Yeah. So I'm on board.
Driver.
On board with Coyle at the minute in the Haas. He's just coming around the final sector, the last two corners. What's he going to do? Ducky D's retired, unfortunately.
Good line through the final corner.
And he goes for P3. Yeah.
Yeah, P3, good lap. I think he's got time to. I think he'll continue on this one as well. Ashbeck is in the middle sector right now, not on a lap yet. But
AMS was tired, so he can't improve.
Yeah. With the track evolution though on this game, AMS could find himself in the low 33s.
Yeah.
Nails a lap.
So obviously the last few seconds of the qualifying now, people are starting to retire.
Yeah.
We've still got quite a few people out on track though.
I don't know why he goes all the way to the right, maybe gains in time. Very aggressive through turn 1. And all the way to the left, the shortest run through turn 3, the iconic corner on this track. Really, really pushing it with the curves. If he hasn't got it validated, then this is yeah, it's a very good first sector, 33.9. That's up there with the best that I've seen, including from the F1 drivers.
Frank Dancer's gone P2.
Teammate, yep. Pops it in second. Ashbeck is looking on for a very good lap here. Really throwing it in those corners with the medium traction.
So at the minute you say Ashbeck's got nothing to lose except just over.
Yep.
That's what I'm looking for.
Car World puts in third.
Oh yeah, I see that.
So a lot of changes now that the track is at its peak, and it's another blistering middle sector from Ashbeck.
Pedrick goes P1.
So if Ash can kick it on the track though, he looks like he's going to absolutely smash his lap. This is going to be close to the 32s. Throw it into the final corner. Perfectly 33-0.
Just outside.
Brilliant lap. That could have been enough for pole, maybe in tomorrow's F1 race. Perfect
That's very
lap.
impressive.
That is very impressive.
So that's it. That's your as it is, isn't it? There's no one on the fastest lap in a minute.
No, I think everyone. Yeah, Ash is the only one. So I think we're just waiting for it to collaborate. Oh, I think Frank needs to retire actually. That's what we're waiting for. Interesting grid. We've got people like Sao Paulo, the Bahrain race winner, down there in 13th. Rossi, good in the race, 7th. Johan, 3rd in the championship, down in 8th. So
yeah, should be interesting.
Is very important this year.
Bit of shenanigans on the in laps.
Bit of cams. Yeah. Don't know why we. Ah, there we go. We're in your hands for a slide. A McLaren on pole round Russia.
Yeah, Pedrick pit second, Frank Dank third, Carwell fourth, MS fifth, Cole 6th, Rossi 7th, Johan 8th, Ashley Badger 9th, Hulkenberger 10th.
So
they're the only ones that actually set a time.
I think he elected to not do a lap. Dougie messed up his lap. I think Sao Paulo may have crashed and onto the podium invalidated his one and only lap. Unfortunately for him, he'll be starting last. But it's a bit of a difficult one really, if you're starting outside the top 10 doesn't offer any strategic options really. The ultras can do almost half the race distance comfortably really, and super softs will be slower at the race start, and you can't really undercut people who are starting on the ultras, so it's really a matter of the race pace and corner cuts around here.
One thing I was just say, I completely forgot about the F1 logo at the start. I did press X when I realised, but I don't know what's going to happen to the video afterwards. Hopefully it should be okay. I think people have got away with it this week, but yeah, if it does get taken down, guys, I do apologise, but hopefully we'll be alright. Right, so lights out straight away.
5 lights.
And let's go in Russia.
Lights out. Good start for Ash Best.
Not
really
great
good start. But the slipstream down to turn 1 is very powerful. Everybody took it in. The Mercedes is going to be alongside already. And the Toro Rosso, your former teammate in the background.
Yeah.
Feisty Ash has got the inside, so he should be able to defend. But the Mercedes.
Oh, Ferrari's got a bit skin with.
Ash Best is going to lose positions being on the outside here. So Pedrick takes the lead from Frank. Don't know if he'll get a penalty for that. Maybe just a corner cut if he's lucky. And I think it's just a warning. Yep, just a warning. But Ash instantly trying to get past Frank. Bit of a nudge there. It's a bit aggressive, but I'm sure he should be able to get away with that and start pressuring Pedrick now to regain his lead.
So it was a okay start then from everyone. Wasn't too many collisions, no retirements so far. No. So that's a good thing.
Everybody's around each other still. A bit of lag though from Rossi, so that's a bit of a problem it seems. It's stabilised now, so people who've gained so far. Sao Paulo up to 10th.
Yeah.
Tyre compound wise, Sao Paulo the only person not on the ultras, and Johan up the inside of the Haas coil, and he takes 6th place. Wonderful move there. He needs to regain some positions to try and keep up with his championship contender at best.
Courtois in the Force India had a good start. He's in P9 in a minute, just behind Coyle.
Yeah. So Sao Paulo will be the one to look forward to going deep. Pedrick going defensive. Looks like he's got high wings. Ash Best, can he go around the outside? Pedrick leaves in the room, and oh, the contact, and they're both going to be in the barrier. Pedrick's out.
Oh no, I missed that.
I've got to say, I think that's Ash's fault. Pedrick was ahead in turn 1. He left him just enough space, and I think Ash should have perhaps cut the corner to avoid a collision there. That was Pedric's corner. So Frank takes the lead, and Carworld second, AMS in third.
Ash Best has got some wing damage as well.
Yeah, and Sao Paulo up to 8th on the supers. He's looking wonderful. Randy, he could be, he could fight for the podium if he's got the race pace. But I think Frank should be able to pull away. But then again, AMS has very good pace in the social race on Friday. Yeah. Carwood taking some defensive manoeuvres. Will he defend? I doubt he'll defend here. Quite hard to make an overtake. AMS has a little bit tucks in. So we have a Toro Rosso and Frank leading from Carwood. AMS rounding out the podium. And I think Coyle's made a mistake. He's dropping positions. Yeah, he's lost position to Sao Paulo, Courtois and Rossi. And Ash is dropping off the back. He's going to have to pit. He's got half front wing. It's unfortunate for the championship leader. But yeah, Frank fastest lap.
So he'll be hoping that Carwell can hold up AMS for as long as he can, and like give Frank an opportunity just to pull away. Already over a second gap between him and Carwell, so yeah, he's stretching his legs out a bit. So Ash Best has gone in the pit to change his wing.
Sao Paulo 7th on the supers. Wonderful start for him.
Oh, AMS looking inside.
Right behind Carwell.
And Yarn is not too far behind either.
Yeah.
Oh no, he loses it! Oh
he's
no!
Lost his front wing.
Oh, how unfortunate.
That is crucial for him. He could have gained a lot of valuable points on Ash Best today, so Yaham into third. Very interesting. That means that Yaham's going to gain 10 points at the moment, which would that would put him 1 point behind Ash Best provisionally. He's 40 seconds off AMS, who's now going to have to pit as well. Them two. Is the safety car on?
No, I don't think it is. No.
No. So unless Ash Best has got a second in his pocket over everyone, I doubt he would be able to fight his way through the field for many points, if any. Yeah, so Frank 2.5 second gap out front.
Yarm's now got DRS, so doesn't even need it. I think he got past me before he needed it.
Yeah. Very high wings are. I wonder if he's even running speed. He's coming back in the slipstream.
Oh, he had a DRS.
Fight this too hard.
Oh, a bit of contact,
Sensible from Yaham there.
Yeah.
Unlike Ash, bailed out a bit early to avoid contact.
Which gives Rossi now opportunity to come up to the back of them.
Yeah. He'll get another chance though, so playing the percentages, knowing that he's got a very good chance to be leading the championship possibly at the end of this race.
Got an interesting battle behind these guys. Courtois and Sao Paulo very close together.
I think he overtook him on the last lap or in the DRS straight on this lap. 5th place
on the podium, not far behind either.
Yep. Sao Paulo, in my opinion, looking best suited to get a podium right now.
Yes.
On the supers, opens up the strategy at the end, certainly. Yaham just too far back, although bit of a mistake in the braking zone there. Rossi, he'll be buying his time behind these two. Very experienced driver, capable of winning races with a bit of luck on his side.
So on lap 4 now, and there's a 3-second gap between Frank Dank and Carwell. So you think it's his to lose at the minute?
Rossi, Ash Best, Dougie, penalties. Yaham's got to stop go for gaining a position. So whether or not he'll get that removed, maybe that might have been from the collision.
Yeah, that's lap.
I don't think he did overtake somebody by cutting the track. Carwell got back through, so hopefully that incident or not. I don't think he'll be receiving a penalty there if he can put it in the steward to get removed. Ashbeck's 36.8. Showing what pace he had. One warning on the lap as well. Crazy pace from Ashbeck.
So the midfield is quite close together, really. So it's all very competitive at the minute. But Frank Dank's still stretching his legs out a bit.
Not dropping off as much now, is he?
No.
3 seconds. So he's only lost about half tempo over the last 2 laps, which is quite respectable. Ashbeck finds himself 30 seconds away from Coyle, picking up the last point, and gaps opening up between Rossi and Sao Paulo. As Rossi is now. Oh, Rossi's run wide. Outbrakes himself. Don't think he'll lose too much time though. In the nature of this track, he'll get the advantage out the final corner there. So, but he needs to iron out those mistakes early on. Rossi and Paul.
Unseen by us, Hulkenberger's had himself an incident somewhere. He's found himself in 12th place behind Ashbeck now, so he's had a collision somewhere.
Yeah, Dougie's dropping off in 7th from Courtois.
I see it.
In the second half. So not a good start for Coyle down in 10th. But the major loser here, Pedrick and Ashbeck. Don't know if Pedrick will put that in the stewards. I'd be tempted to if I was him. Bit of a racing incident maybe.
Ashbeck is in the chat, in the messages, is certainly blaming Pedrick for that collision, but I didn't see it. You did, so yeah. I mean, in your opinion, obviously it was the other way around. So interesting.
Pedrick, in my opinion, had the line. He had the inside of turn 1. He did leave Ashbeck a little bit of space. Now, I think probably a racing incident, but Ash could have potentially cut the corner slightly to avoid a collision.
Yeah.
And then given the place back, or proven that he didn't gain an advantage. And Carwell and Johanna spun.
Oh no.
They've lost it. Oh, all the championship contenders losing at this race. Lost his front wing, but he's right next to the pits. And Carwell comes in as well.
And
so Rossi, second place now. But a 5-second gap to Frank.
Rossi's got Sao Paulo right behind him.
Yep. 3rd place from he started. Where did he start? Outside the top 10 for sure, and he's going to be up inside. 13th to 2nd place. Sao Paulo. Wonderful start for the Grand Prix. He might even win it.
So it's a Toro Rosso 1-2 at the minute.
Yeah, Rossi going wide. Does he have damage? Yeah, he's got damage. Rossi's got damage. I think he'll have to pit and put on the supers and just nurse it home to the end really. But he's got end plate damage to the front left side of the wing. Courtois also started outside the top 10.
Yeah.
He's going to find himself on the podium sooner or later. Onto the podium in 5th as well.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, yeah.
Top 10,
he didn't even set a time.
Proven to be a wonderful position to start.
Yeah. So all these guys who started outside the top 10, they're just mopping up the pieces when people in front of them.
And there's an overtake going on here. Dougie Doo passed onto the podium, comes
gets it back.
Very fair. He's got the inside here, but yeah, he should have that position now onto the podium. You don't want to get up on that curve, it drags you wide. But onto the podium to have an opportunity now on the main straight to pass him, so should have maybe played the waiting game, Dougie.
So
should be able to get past him now.
Ashbeck found himself in the top 10 again. He's in 9th place.
Yep. Catching very rapidly on
Courtois has got past Rossi.
Yep, onto the podium. I don't think he's going to be close enough to have a... yeah, Rossi's made a mistake here. He should really pit. He's going to get nothing from this. And it's a pretty easy one-stop from here, I'd say.
Yes.
Maybe a bit, worn on the supers at the end, but he won't be a threat of a puncture. Sao Paulo, interestingly, matched Frank on the last lap.
So
5 second gap.
is a tyre wear starting to come in now for Frank
Well,
maybe?
actually he gained a tenth, so corner cuts and really the pace on the ultra softs for Sao Paulo is going to be the key to who wins this. But we've seen many changes, haven't we, so far for the podium, so can't rule anyone out yet.
No, he's only on lap 8 now, 27, still early doors.
Looks like it's just going to be a completely dry race for now.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
That would really shake up the pack. But Sao Paulo's closing, not by much. A couple of tenths a lap it seems, but maybe it's those super softs now. Slightly less warm those ultras coming into play.
That scrap between onto the podium and Dougie Dude, that's not over, and Cole's not far behind him either.
No. Coyle's just been sensible so far. He's not been particularly quick, but he's not made any mistakes.
Rossi pits.
Yeah. So probably should have pitted last lap, but never mind.
So I can see on the.
He's doing a good job in third.
Yeah, I can see Sao Paulo's closing the gap.
Yep, onto the podium there. Tucked behind Dougie still. And Ashford's into 7th.
Oh, well saved by Dougie Dude there. I thought it was going to go one way to the wall there.
Yeah,
but
he's
lost his position to his teammate.
Yeah, Ash is in 7th now.
He is,
absolutely flying, but he's going to have to make him a pit stop. But crucially, he's going to have much fresher tyres than the rest when he makes his pit stop. And the recovery on for Ashbest right now, he's gaining well over a second a lap on most people, nearly 2 seconds left.
Carwell and Rossi find themselves very close together as well.
Yeah.
In the last points positions.
Super softs, I'm not surprised. Is anybody? Few people gone to the softs looking to go to the end. Likes of AMX, Hulkenberg and Johan. Their early collisions. But the early retirement so far, Pedrick in a fight for the lead with championship leader Ashbest. Closest battle on track right now is Coyle with onto the podium.
Yeah. Dougie Dude not a million miles away.
Yeah. Actually, Hulkenberg is on the back of Johan right now. And he spun it. Hulkenberg is left. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the yellow flag pop up. I wasn't sure what it was for. But he's ghosted in a minute.
Yeah. Carwell looking for a move, maybe on Rossi. Can't get it done. Oh, he's going to tuck in there.
So the top 3 are fairly spread out at the minute, but then there's a close battle for 5th and 6th at the minute between the 2 Haas drivers and the Sauber.
Sao Paulo's gaining about 2 to 3 tenths a lap. So I'm surprised Frank hasn't pitted, to be honest.
Yeah.
On this lap, really. Get rid of those ultras and get on the supers.
Yeah, perhaps the ultra softs come to the end of their life now.
Yeah, very careful. Doesn't want to get a penalty when he's leaving the race. Good opportunity
Frank is in
to win the
pits.
race here. And Sao Paulo inherits the lead.
And Courtois pits as well.
Also onto the podium, and Coyle. So Coyle, you know, he's got an opportunity to get everyone onto the podium here with the Haas pit box, and Courtois is going to get held here by the 2 drivers, and he's not good. So can the Haas boys do a good stop and get him ahead of onto the podium? It's not the best, and they can. But the big loser in this Courtois, he's lost a lot of time. And Ash up to 4.
But we'll have to pit again.
Yeah, but maybe he's still in the hunt for the podium here, Ash Best. Miles faster than everyone else. I mean, in comparison to leader, last lap the 38.0, Sao Paulo 39.0,
So the question is probably now in a minute is how far can Sao Paulo get on these soft tyres? He won't stretch them out as long as he can, so he can have some quick laps on the ultra softs.
High 38s, most laps for him, very, very consistent.
Yeah.
And we'll keep an eye on the gap overall to him. The gap right now between him and Frank, 20.6 seconds, so if he can maintain that, he's got a good chance to catch Frank at the end of his ultra softs.
So there's these pit stops brought out a hell of a train now from 7th to 10th.
Yeah, 7th to 10th, coming by less than a second. Which is 4 cars and Carwell's gone wide. Coyle is past him now. So Carwell fighting for the podiums. Is early on with a time goal behind and now finds himself with 1 point currently. And Dougie's pit. So Ash Best onto the podium. Interesting. I wonder what tyres. Well, he went onto the ultras from the ultras, so he's going to have to put on the supers at the end. But he'll be flying, I imagine, 2 seconds faster maybe than everyone else. Rossi. Will he go for a move here? No, I think it's better a bit sizing up. Actually, they're going for the exit. Curto's doing his own thing in 4th right now. Nobody really around him. Herrick, 3rd place from Ash Best once he pits. And Frank taking a second out of Sao Paulo within a lap. So
that fresh rubber on.
Yeah.
So you'd think at this stage the race winning will only be between the 2 Toro Rosso drivers, but not even, well, just come to halfway stage of the race now, anything can happen.
Yeah. If you look at penalties, Sao Paulo won, Frank not even a warning. So very impressive. Ash has got multiple penalties, probably because he's pushing very hard to get more points. Rossi as well, multiple penalties. Carlos, he's going to get risk of disqualification for this rate. A lot of penalties.
Yeah.
Coyle 1 penalty, AN 1 penalty, so very consistent from there. Most of these.
Oh, a bit wide there from Ashley. I can't take my eyes off this battle in a minute. It's quite good. Rossi started to pull it away a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. Absolutely. So the battle for 7th is well on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank's closing rapidly down on Sao Paulo, but he'll get his chance at the end, I presume. Ooh, bit of a mistake there for Ashby. No, Ashby, sorry. The Haas, I think it's Coyle.
Yeah. So look, obviously got DRS in a minute. He can get past now. Using the slipstream as much as you can.
Who's this?
Dougie do Coyle, and yeah, he takes the pace away from Ashley.
Yeah.
Easy as you like. Courtois has caught up all the way to the back of Ash Best now.
Yeah, Ash Best will be struggling now, one of those ultra soft tyres, I'd imagine. He's been on them now since lap 2 with his collision.
Yeah.
With Pedrick and Sao Paulo, I think should pit around now maybe, unless he wants to really leave it to last minute.
Courtois looking around the outside. Yeah, he's got that move done by the looks of it.
Keeps the position. Oh no, yeah, overtaking at best. He's always going to inherit the podium. But he'll feel better now that he's inherited by overtaking the championship leader.
Ash Best won't like that, but Ash Best looks like he's coming into the pits.
Yeah, good choice. He's losing a lot of time.
And he puts on another set of softs.
Yeah, super softs now, so that's his mandatory tyres. Change.
AMS making his... oh, crikey. AMS making his way up the field. He's found himself in 8th place now. Yep. He's on the soft tyre. And he's just made a pass on Ashley.
After his early stop with his collision. Well, no, he just spun out, didn't he?
Yeah.
So, it's all settling down now in this race. Sao Paulo still finds himself leading there. With Frank second, Courtois third, onto Bergen fourth, Rossi despite wind damage in fifth, Carl World, Coyle, AMS, Ashley Baker, Dougie Dude, rounding out the final points.
So,
dropped to 12th now.
Yeah.
Not
after
ideal.
that ferocious battle, it's kind of drawn out a bit now, but Carvalho has caught up to the back of Rossi.
Yeah. So Ash should be looking, how far off is he? He's about 20 seconds off, and Sao Paulo pits from the lead. It'd be interesting to see where he comes out in comparison to his teammate. His teammate going into turn 1 now as he leaves the pit lane. So probably about 8 second gap.
8 second gap.
So that's
it's a sprint to the finish.
Yeah, second to lap. Can he do that? Maybe towards the end. Then potentially he can, but I don't know. I think Frank has got this unless he gets a penalty, because obviously Frank doesn't have a penalty right now.
Well, that's good driving.
Sao Paulo does. So I think it's for us a 1-2. Despite, well, we don't know, there might be mistakes still, but Sao Paulo caught 3 tenths already. 4 or 5 corners. He's flying. Unsurprisingly.
I've got some helicam action is what I've been waiting for all race, so I've had to see that for a little bit. But just looking at onto the podium now, he's not onto the podium, sorry. Yeah, sorry, onto the podium, coming up at the back of Courtois.
Yep. Ash Best is only, he's less than 20 seconds behind Rossi, but he's only 10 seconds a bit further back from AMS, so in top 8, I think is possible maybe.
Yeah.
So to a difference of compound and tyre length. And onto the podium, catching Courtois quickly. And Sao Paulo, Sao Paulo's flying. Maybe the race isn't over yet.
No. 10 laps to go.
When he came out, the gap was just under 9 seconds, and in less than a lap he's gained, he's gained second already. So quite difficult to overtake there around here. The DRS straight in 6 is not very powerful, and Ash has gone fastest as well. The only person who's on Ash's pace right now is Sao Paulo in second, so
Yeah.
I think Ash definitely has the pace to win it today. Naively may have cost him a potential victory there. But his nearest championship rivals, I mean, he's gaining points on most of them except Sao Paulo really, so we can only be playing the long game.
Yeah.
We're all going to have a bad race.
There's a bit of damage limitation.
Exactly. Frank responded this lap to Sao Paulo. Only taken a half second out of himself down this lap, so not particularly much. It's a difference in compound. Just out of curiosity, where did Frank finish last season in F6?
He won it.
He won it, right.
Yeah.
He's come up 3 divisions and he's looking like he's going to take a win already in F3.
Yeah.
Which is very impressive.
Partly down due to days, I think, what he could actually race. But I think a lot of people thought that he wasn't going to be he was going to be landing at the back of the grid. But first two races so far, he's done very well. Unlucky in Bahrain, and he's making a good cat of himself here as well.
Proving a point.
Yeah.
Certainly. Yeah. So Sao Paulo catching about just over half a second now. So I don't think that's enough, really, considering the penalty. But we never know.
So we've got another little mini scrap at the minute from 3rd all the way to 7th.
Yeah.
With Coyle coming on the back of that.
Ash is catching by about a second a lap on the most leaves, so I don't think it's enough, but if they start fighting, yeah, that's another half a second potentially. And yeah, Coyle just can't hang on to the back of these, but he's going to inherit certainly sick of car world with the penalties that he's got, but and car world pressurising Rossi onto the podium looks much closer to Curtis this time round.
Yeah.
Could exit out of here maybe, get to turn out of it. Not bad, but I don't think he'll be challenging Curtis down into turn 1, but looking for the side driver.
Rossi right in the back of onto the podium there. I don't know if he's got any wing damage.
With a touch.
Yeah. Onto the podium goes wide.
And he's
oh dear.
That is that's a very big mistake there. It's cost him maybe a podium.
Oh, Coyle's.
And someone's out. Coyle's out. Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
Same place that Grosjean famously binned it in his Lotus in 2015. So I wonder how he did that. Maybe trying to overtake someone just got on the marbles and
yeah, can't see his car anywhere.
It's a very odd place to crash out, really.
I can see he's binned in the wall, but I can't really see where it is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So Sao Paulo's got that gap underneath 5 seconds now.
Yeah, impressive pace. Ash Best into the points now due to Coyle's retirement. He must have passed behind sometime a few laps ago, so he's behind him at one point. So the main fight now. Well, AMS has found himself in 6th place on the softs since he made his crash.
Oh, the goal! Carwell having a bit of a moment there.
Yeah. And he's dropped back massively now from Rossi, and Rossi's on the back of Curtis now. So Sao Paulo, 4.5 second gap to Frank. They're well clear now of everyone else. Ashbest up to 9th with a move on Ashley Baker. Ashbest at this rate, he could get even as high as 4th.
Well, it's got a lot of traffic to negotiate when people fighting with each other as well. So that's going to be his biggest obstacle.
Very impressive there. Sao Paulo nearly in the 4-second gap now to Frank. When we look at the penalty situation, Sao Paulo has got 2 penalties, Frank has got 1 warning still.
Oh, unfortunately, Johan is having connection issues.
Yeah, and he's left the session. So that means that everyone who finishes will be scoring points.
Oh, a bit of lag from Rossi there.
9th. So he's closing in rapidly on everybody ahead of him by over a second a lap, but the gap to Rossi is almost 10 seconds. So it's a bit of a tall order, especially with passing cars as well, such as AMS, a very good defensive driver. But will he offer much resistance on those soft compound tyres? And Rossi's lost out to Curtis, and has he got wing damage?
I think he must have done. There was a collision in a previous lap. Did hit Curtis at the back. I wonder if that's cost him wing damage. I didn't see any carbon fibre fly off.
It doesn't look. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's got damage, but well, the car seems to be fine. Maybe he just made a mistake and like, putting it very close to the barriers, pushing it extremely hard still. Which is, to be understood, he'll be wanting a podium in this race for sure.
Yeah.
With after all the dramas that have happened. And a bit of connection, it seems. Sao Paulo 3 seconds behind Frank now, but the problem is he's going to have to get 6 seconds up the road from his teammate. So
yeah, it's a big ask.
Car World, is he retired? Is disqualified?
I missed. Got disqualified.
Yep. Too many corner cuts. We said it'd be very difficult. So that means Ash moves up to 8th, and that's 1 less car for him to pass now. Rossi now just under a second behind Curtis.
So he's outside the DRS range, unfortunately for him.
Yeah, only just by a matter of bounds. AMS moves up to 5th position.
Still on those soft tyres.
What could have been? Yep. What could have been for AMS? He could have fought for the win, certainly, I think, round here. Very good pace. Ash has dropped off the pace a bit.
Yeah, I was just watching the gap, watching the battle between Duncan Dude and onto the podium, and Ash Best has been catching up in the background.
Yeah, but he's not setting any blistering times anymore, so
no.
Maybe he's just saving a bit of fuel for his attack. But onto the podium now. You know, he could have been on the podium if he didn't mess up at turn 1, but I'm sure 6th place he wouldn't be particularly unhappy with, starting outside the top 10.
No.
In last position. I think you can't say that driver of the day can't go to any of the 2 Toro Rosso drivers, because they've both been very good for different reasons. Sao Paulo because he started I think 2nd last it was, and Frank started in, well, when was 3rd?
I think it was 3rd, yeah.
Fully deserves to be leading right now. 1 warning round here is very impressive.
Yeah.
But he's not catching anymore. Sao Paulo, the gap stayed at 3 seconds, so I think he's just used up all his ultra soft grip. Really? The ultra soft is a good tyre, but the Sid soft is the ideal race tyre.
Oh God, actually, Ash Best so close to the wall there. He's just got past onto the podium.
And Rossi's right behind Curtis again.
Oh, Dougie Doo's gone wide. That's going to help Ash Best. No, can't get round.
So this is helping AMS though ahead, isn't it? He's looking to consolidate 5th position. Rossi right behind Curtis once again. In the McLaren. I think the DRS seems to be more effective the back straight than it does on the main straight.
Yes, I think so, yeah. I just shrank down, pulled out a little bit of a gap on that last sector.
Yeah, Rossi's in behind Curtis now, but I think he's got higher wings, so he's going to struggle to get past here. Curtis defending the inside unnecessarily, and that's going to give Rossi a chance to cut back underneath. He goes round the outside, there's not enough grip there.
Looking for the inside of the next corner.
Yeah, questionable defending there by Curtis, defending the inside for no reason, I'd say. He wouldn't try the lunge from that far back, so, but he'll get an opportunity on the DRS straight now.
Just missed it somewhere, but Ash Best has got past Dougie Dude now.
Yep, so next up the road for Ash is AMS. Yeah, Rossi's right Curtis now. Slightly touched him, nudged him coming out the final corner. Be interesting, will he go for it?
Oh
he goes for it
no, he's got
lost
wing damage again.
Yeah, he pulled out too late there. And AMS is looking at it now thinking he can possibly get a podium. Yeah, Rossi, not for the first time this race, wing damage. Yeah, it's only himself to blame really. Curtis didn't move in the braking zone. He tried the dummy, but ultimately he tried it a bit too late. AMS needs to get past quickly because Ash Best is catching him rapidly now that he's in clear air. Rossi will be hoping to do a job now for his teammate, and AMS is going to surely have a chance into this next corner. Rossi's doing a good job here.
He is, yeah.
But I would be very surprised if he can hang on for even top 5. I wonder what AMS is thinking right now. You can see Ash Best closing in on him. Each fighter that he outscores him now. With how far behind he is in the championship. A lot of understeer now, but he's still on the back of Curtis. So I know that having damage on the left hand side of the wing, he's not as good having it on the right hand side due to the nature of the circuit, so he might be able to defend himself. Certainly, well, not his turn 1 there, struggling massively.
Oh,
and AMS right behind him now.
Yeah, as he's going to say, yeah.
What's he doing? AMS just, I think, took out the slipstream, and well, he's got to go for it here, and does. That's brilliant, that. Wonderful move from AMS, moves him to 4th position. So AMS, 1 warning, Curtis, 2 warnings, so Curtis is 1 warning away from a penalty, but AMS has got a bit of leeway. He'll certainly close up, I think, to his teammate.
So we've got 2 Toro Rossos, 2 Force Indias and 2 McLarens in the top 6.
And onto the podium, back on the rear wing of the dude.
I think he got past him and he's lost his place again. Is there going to be team orders here between Rossi and Ash Best? Yes. Yeah.
But I don't think he did in the best position really. He braked on the straight, it seems, so that could have ended drastically bad. But Ash Best now, 1 lap remaining. I don't think he's going to be able to get past AMS. Same for AMS getting past Curtis. That looks unlikely. Sao Paulo 2.5 seconds behind Frank. Toro Rossos have been in a different league.
Yeah, been brilliant this race.
Between between Pedrick and Ash Best, over 20 seconds ahead of Curtis in third. Looks like Ross is going to hang on for sixth. Onto the podium, past Dougie Dude into turn one. Dougie Dude does the switch back, and he's got position back. That's interesting. But onto the podium with the ideal line now. What can he do? Can he get round the outside maybe? Yeah, and he's into seventh.
Actually, back too far, he's
right
gone to the pit lane
Curtis.
for some reason.
AMS and Ashbest are right on
Yeah,
the
there's
wing of Curtis. Yeah, he's going to have a chance here on the DRS straight. Curtis going to have to defend aggressively, I think. This could be shades of Ocon and Perez in real life. Curtis has got Hulkenberger's lap car in the way. Ashbest thought about it, but didn't. Ashbest now on the rear wing. Will he go for a move? It won't.
Getting inside.
Oh, he's tagged his teammate there.
Door being very much shot on him there.
Yep, Ashbest has got penalties, so he definitely won't be gaining.
Oh god, a bit clumsy there.
So Frank wins. Has he won? Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Oh no, is it last lap now?
Yes, last lap.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's the
I was
last
going to say.
I thought that was the last lap. Yep. So he's got one more opportunity now. One more lap to pass Curtis for the podium's AMS here.
You want to see Frank Dank cross the line, but really again, you don't want to get away from this battle in a minute.
Exactly. So Curtis has been really struggling in the middle sector. I think his tyres are completely shot now. Ashbest. He's not a threat for this podium because of his penalties, but I don't think these two will know that. Neither will Ashbest know that he's out of the running. So it's important that they don't cause any collisions that could get them extra penalties. But yeah, he's right on the back of Curtis. Curtis won't have DRS from a lap car this time, so yeah, AMS should have the job done here. Right up behind him, DRS. Curtis, I presume, will defend the inside.
So
Side
I'm
by
actually
side.
just watching Frank Dank cross the line, just less than 2 seconds between him and
Brilliant
Sao
win.
Paulo in the end.
Curtis. Oh, and there's a collision between Ashbest and AMS. Good defending from Curtis, and Ashbest on the outside, being given no room from AMS. Will he go around his outside? He's got the inside line now. AMS keeps on with it. So Sao Paulo second, Curtis is going to get third, barring any penalties. And AMS with a solid drive after his mistake to come home in fourth.
Unfortunately,
Curtis did keep his podium position.
once you see once the first place person crosses the line, you can't get to see him cross the line afterwards. Unfortunately, with this new system.
No.
Pedrick needs to be banned from Ashbest, so clearly disagreements there. But we'll wait to the podium and then we'll invite the top three into the chat.
Yeah, well, in my opinion, I don't think Pedrick is to blame. I don't think Ash is to blame, but I think Ash could have avoided it and still could have won today, really. But nevertheless, brilliant win from Frank.
Yeah.
Solid drive from Sao Paulo to gain over 10 positions to come second place. Puts him well in the championship fight as well. AMS, despite his spin, good recovery from him. And Curtis, again, outside the top 10, into third. Didn't have the raw pace, but pulled off a good strategy. And look at the penalties there. A lot of penalties, only Curtis and Frank without penalties, so
That's impressive.
even AMS got a penalty. I don't know how he got one. He seemed pretty fine when I last checked. So Frank is the race winner. So we'll invite him, Sao Paulo and Curtis, and I think even Ashbest into the party to get his perspective on the crash and why he thinks it was Pedrick's fault.
I'll invite Frank Dank.
Yeah, I think it's private, so I've just invited them now.
You're inviting them, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Gamer the Beast, Kurtos. And Ash Best. Invite to the party. We'll see if any of them do join. Good recovery there from Ash Best to 5th place. Best he could have achieved after the collision, I think.
Definitely, yeah. Damage limitation.
Exactly. And he joins the party. So does Sao Paulo. Just see if Frank and Kurtos join. I'll give him another invite.
Hello, hello.
Good race.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I don't think the other two are coming. Oh, Kurtos is here, so... does Frank have a mic? Do you know?
I don't think so, no, I don't think so.
Right, so we'll start off then with 2nd place man, Sao Paulo. Brilliant drive. I think you started 13th, was it?
Yeah,
so explain your race to us now.
Obviously, on quali, first lap, I went too far into the curve and then just carried on the curve and spun the car into the wall. Quite lucky to actually break my wheel though, and I thought a bit wind damage right, didn't it? Started 13, started to go on a different strategy just because I can attack more at the end. I hate having to like defend when I'm on the wrong tyres. So I figured I'd attack at the end, try and just get through safely for a few laps on the RCs. But I had a pretty good pace in there, to be fair. So
yeah,
good job.
well, very impressive, I've got to say. Probably driver of the day from 13th. Excellent job. The only person to start on the supers as well. Move on to Kurtos, you came 3rd. How was your race?
Well, in a nutshell, it was scary, very scary. But I really screwed up my qualifying. I set a personal 1:34.6, but I couldn't. I invalidated them every single lap. Which is a bonus, I guess. I started 11th place on them. I decided to start on the ultra softs, to be fair, because that's what I've been practicing with. But my aim, because everyone else at Russia is like, it's chaos. And it was chaos the first opening laps, and I was just making my way through into 5th place. And I overtook Rossi going along the pit straight.
Yeah.
And then it was just maintaining 3rd place. But then I would have had it much more comfy than that, to be fair, but I had a little bit of front wing damage. So literally I was defending from AMS, Rossi, who else was behind me? I don't know, there's quite a few cars behind me and I defended them all. Oh my god, and it's just so scary.
Yeah.
And because I know Alex outside of racing as well, and he's my teammate, and we made contact, and I thought I was going around, and me and Rossi also made contact, and I still thought I was going around, but I managed to keep the car pointed in the right direction. But other than that, I'm happy with the podium.
Yeah, well, very extensive there, but brilliant job, you and Frank, the only people to not get penalties, and saw that collision. I was wondering if your tyres had gone off, but you've just elaborated that you've got wing damage, so well held on for 3rd, I'd say there. The position was safe in the end because of AMS the penalty, but nevertheless, brilliant driving.
Thank you. I wanted to check the penalties, but obviously I don't know if that would falter my straight line speed along the pit straight, and it's like, nah, I'm not going to risk it. So
yeah, exactly. And now Ash, I've heard from the chat that you said Pedrick should be banned. So explain the crash and your comeback to 5th to us then.
First off, the start, well, quali, amazing. Faster than my TT time, somehow. In the race start was okay. Pedrick got me. I think, who else? Franks got off my outside. I broke late enough to go up Pedrick's inside also. I didn't leave much room, but because I was carrying too much speed, so Pedrick went on the escape road. And then lap 2, just coming through, had DRS on him, moved to the, well, lap 3, I moved round to the outside, braking into turn 3, I think, that he barely left. He left no room. I could not go anywhere. I had 2 wheels on the track and just he tried turning in on me so much that he went sideways, and I tried avoiding him, but really just couldn't do not anything.
Yeah, well, yeah, from the spectator cam, what I saw was that Pedrick had the inside. Yeah, I first thought that perhaps you should have maybe extended the track and just avoided him. Was that an option, do you think?
It was an option, but I already got 2 warnings and I didn't want to get a penalty, and I thought that Pedrick should leave the room, so I just stayed there. Because really, he really should have left the room, but he didn't, and I knew I was being a bit cocky in chat pre-race, but I didn't think he would do something just like this.
Yeah. Well, good recovery in the end anyway. So, and I don't think you've lost particularly many points in your championship battle, only really to Sao Paulo. So, it seems like you'll have a comfortable lead going into Spain.
Well, I think I'm 2 points behind Sao Paulo right now. In the
Sao Paulo
championship.
leading now.
Yeah, he is. Should be. But still, I'm hopeful for as long as Pedrick, well, is going to stay out, everything should be good.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting, to say the least. Yeah. And I think Sao Paulo is licking his lips at this situation.
Yeah.
This could favour him a lot. So well done to all of you, especially Sao Paulo and Courtois for the podium, and good congratulations to Frank, who doesn't have a mic so he couldn't join. Thanks, lads.
Thanks.
So guys, if you've enjoyed the stream, as someone used to say, smash that like button, and yeah, tune in next week.
Yes. I was going to say, everyone was just falling by the wayside in front of me. Me and Courtois were just like...
Yeah, it was interesting.
I don't know what happened.
Last time you were just going up and up the field.
Yeah, I know, it's funny. I managed to avoid everything.
Sao Paulo,
Yeah.
you know how last race was your unlucky race with the incident?
Which one?
Thing in China.
China, yeah.
Yeah, this was my unlucky race. Now we're going. Now we're back even.
Yeah, no, if I could just not crash in quality, I would have been quite close, I reckon, but your quality lap was amazing.
That was faster than my TTT time.
That was ridiculous. You were faster by like what, 8 tenths faster than